For decades, psychedelics like psilocybin were either feared, fetishized, or both. But today, they're being refashioned into something far stranger and more promising: anti-aging tools without the trip. Imagine a mushroom compound that boosts brain plasticity, reduces inflammation, revitalizes tired mitochondria, and enhances cellular resilience, but without sending you on a 6-hour kaleidoscopic journey through the metaphysical jelly of your subconscious. Welcome to the new frontier of non-psychoactive psychedelic derivatives, compounds engineered to keep the body-boosting benefits while skipping the talking to your inner child in a rainbow forest part. The scientific pitch is actually quite serious. As interest in psychedelics explodes across neuroscience and psychiatry, researchers have realized that many of their most profound physiological effects, like promoting neurogenesis, enhancing synaptic plasticity, and reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, might be separable from their mind-bending visual and emotional experiences. That is, the trippy part isn't always necessary for the healing part. And that's a game changer, especially for aging populations who are more interested in getting up from a chair without groaning than in merging with the infinite. The compound that launched this idea into scientific credibility is, unsurprisingly, psilocybin, the classic psychedelic from psilocybe mushrooms. Once ingested, it's converted into psilocin, which interacts primarily with the 5-HT2A receptor, a serotonin subtype found not just in the brain, but also in immune cells, vascular tissue, and even the gut. Activation of this receptor seems to spark a cascade of regenerative processes, boosting brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, enhancing mitochondrial respiration, and modulating the immune response in ways that could directly slow biological aging. But 5-HT2A is also what causes the hallucinations, so the million-dollar question became, can we separate the sizzle from the steak? Apparently, yes. In recent years, biotech companies and academic labs have developed a growing library of non-hallucinogenic analogs of psychedelics. These include modified versions of psilocin that bind to serotonin receptors with altered signaling properties. One candidate, sometimes referred to in preclinical research as a biased agonist, activates only the cellular pathways responsible for neuroplasticity and anti-inflammatory effects, while skipping the pathways that trigger altered consciousness. Early animal studies show these compounds may still reduce depression-like behavior, accelerate nerve repair, and reduce stress-related inflammation, all with no behavioral signs of being high. The implications for aging are enormous. Think, restoring neural connectivity in aging brains without a psychedelic experience, enhancing mitochondrial efficiency and reducing oxidative stress in older adults who never need to attend a drum circle. These derivatives may help treat age-related cognitive decline, neuroinflammation, and even systemic frailty, especially when paired with other anti-aging compounds like NAD+ precursors or senolytics. There's even early speculation that they could be used preventively to maintain synaptic integrity and emotional resilience over time, much like a statin for the soul, but without the visuals. Of course, the science is still early stage, and most of the buzz comes from rodent models and early-phase trials. The real trick is figuring out how much of the therapeutic effect truly requires the full psychedelic experience. Some researchers argue that the subjective experience itself, the emotional breakthroughs, the ego-softening insights, are critical to long-term transformation. Others believe the biology speaks for itself. Even in cell cultures and animal brains, psychedelics seem to rebuild damaged neurons and calm overactive immune responses without any need for mystical experience. Still, the demand is clear. Many older adults are intrigued by psychedelics' benefits, but wary of the intense psychological effects, especially if they have a heart condition, anxiety about tripping, or simply don't want to take a guided voyage through the metaphysical soup. Non-psychoactive derivatives could offer the same regenerative potential in a pill that feels more like a nootropic or supplement than a spiritual odyssey. So we may be on the cusp of a strange new era, where mushrooms heal your brain without bending your reality, where psychedelics grow old gracefully, right alongside you. And that may be the most psychedelic idea of all. Not that the mind must expand to heal the body, but that the body can renew itself quietly, molecule by molecule, while the mind sips tea and gets on with its day.